Outdoors groups are trying to guide minority urban youth past the barriers that keep them from enjoying and conserving the natural world. Earlier this summer, the Outdoor Nation Youth Summit in New York's Central Park brought together 500 young people, about a third of whom were under age 20. The Allegheny Front's Jennifer Szweda Jordan was there. She found that some organizations are using things like music and jobs as motivators to get teens and young adults to go green.
I've got Zakia from Grind from the Green, who's going to come up and talk about media and culture.
As Zakia Harris steps onto the stage at the Youth Summit, it's clear that environmentalists don't look like they used to. Harris has traded the old Birkenstock style for something more like Beyoncé. She's wearing a dangerously short purple mini dress, accessorized with a chunky necklace and bracelet. Later, she explains that a style as sexy as MTV is essential to making the environmental movement relevant for young people.
Why can't we bring art, music, and culture and inspiration to green and have all of those things be part of our consciousness and our educational practice?
Harris started an Oakland, California organization called Grind for the Green. The group aims to bring what they refer to as youth of color into the environmental movement's epicenter. Grind for the Green and other organizations in urban centers around the country are using not just a look, but a sound.
It could be a grimy beat and everything like that. I could just say, man, I'm trying to go eco, but, they go like, oh, what's eco?
Rapper Alondis Walker, stage name Ozone, works for Grind for the Green as director of East Bay Outreach. He performs at the rap concerts Grind holds to draw in the hip-hop generation. Walker's 20, but he started working for Grind for the Green a few years ago. The group hires teenagers to run and promote their concerts. At the shows, they offer unprocessed foods, healthy activities, and demonstrate the use of alternative energy. Some shows have solar panels on trailers that provide electricity for the sound systems. Others use bicycle-generated energy.
We got youth to get on the bike, get healthy and everything like that, and some of the youth didn't want to get off the bike.
Business conferences have also hired youngsters through Grind for the Green to bicycle power their speakers and sound systems. Work opportunities like these are being used to bring environmental messages to minorities, many of whom may have limited finances or exposure. The U.S. Forest Service's Job Corps says it's committed to training its students to working in the evolving field of green jobs. It sent students as representatives to the Youth Summit. Job Corps takes kids as young as 16, but the average student is an 18-year-old minority high school dropout. Job Corps taught Christopher Elliott to be a wildland firefighter, as well as an IT professional at its center in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. Elliott is used to the outdoors. He grew up visiting natural landmarks. But he talks about why other African Americans don't often engage in sports like kayaking and rock climbing.
A lot of people can't afford it. I don't know, it's crazy. Most people fear it because some people see it as a white sport, not a black sport.
The Appalachian Mountain Club backs up what Elliott says. 40 years ago, it created the Youth Opportunities Program. It provides training and gear for youth workers to independently lead trips. The club says there aren't enough role models for a diverse audience to emulate. The Youth Summit itself spotlighted a number of diverse role models to encourage getting outdoors. Dr. Ian Smith, an African-American of VH1's Celebrity Fit Club, urged attendees to make public spaces their own. It's a message that was well received.
Parks, whether they're in Vermont or Maine or California, belong to everybody. They don't belong to the rich, they don't belong to the poor, black, white, they're everyone's parks in the outdoors.
For the Allegheny Front, I'm Jennifer Szweda Jordan.
Now is the time to make justice a reality for all of God's children. It would be fatal for the nation to overlook the urgency of the moment.
Yeah, I make the track sound good. And Doo-dat got a message for the hood. It's time to go green, we gotta go green. The food ain't fresh and the air ain't clean. From the hood to the bird, everybody goes